So, folks, real quick, I think that the Republican Party might need to be abolished. Now, I know that that might seem like a pretty extreme statement to make, but to be honest, I think it might be rotten from the top to the bottom. Like I don't know that there's anything to save really. And one of the reasons I say that is this story coming out of uh well, frankly, the University of Illinois. This occurred, a couple like a little over a week ago, week and a half. Essentially, one of their groups on campus, they made a they made a post. And it's making me really mad because I can see it out of the corner of my eye on my other screen. They made a post to talk about the murder of Alex Preddy and Renee Nicole Good. And in this post, they lay out an argument, and I guess I'll just show the post on screen, and um you can come to your own conclusions about it. So this is from the Illini Republicans, and only traitors help invaders. We'll get to the caption in a moment, but like, valorizing the execution of an American citizen who stepped in to help a woman who is being beaten in the street is pretty fucking disgusting. Thought they took this shit down? Well, here's the story from the local, the Daily Illini. As of Sunday, the group removed the graphic, but kept the larger post, which, you can still read, I believe. And, of course, they took out the image. For the past 60 years, and especially in the past decade, our nation has come under invasion from the masses of the Third World and those incompatible with Western civilization. Now the current administration, as duly elected by its people to do so, has taken a stand against this invasion. And I'm just going to pause right here. It's not an invasion. It's people moving here to, like, live and work and, like, be a part of society. Like, also, let's be completely clear here. When they say that the masses from the Third World are incompatible with Western civilization, what they're saying is Black people don't have a place here in whites-only civilization. And I'm starting to think, hey, maybe if we have a political party that's willing to just openly say these things, even if it's run by students, perhaps we shouldn't allow these political organizations to exist. My argument on this one is actually pretty simple on this one. I don't think we should legitimize fucking neo-Nazi drivel. Sorry. I'm so tired of their Turner Diaries delusions. It really is that, really, like, these people are all but calling for the day of the rope. It's disgusting. Even in the light of fraud in Minnesota, have radical, un-American, and treasonous few. They can't even string together coherent sentences. Even in the light of fraud in Minnesota, have radical, un-American, and treasonous few decided to side instead with the invaders, the enemies of the American people. And I just want to say, the fraud perpetrated in the state of Minnesota was conceived of and planned and orchestrated by a white woman, a white Minnesotan woman. And I also want to point out that a lot of Somali people are also American citizens. This argument that, like, oh, well, it's they're all un-American, it's because they're brown. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Who is a Republican? Yeah. Vegan Rancor, I don't believe the I don't believe the woman, I forget her name off the top of my head. I don't believe she was pardoned by Donald Trump yet. Though she is, of course, publicly angling for a pardon from Donald Trump. Because, of course, every one of these conservative fraudsters does. But it keeps going. They have disrupted and violently obstructed the lawful operations of the federal government. Traitors such as Alex Preddy and Renee Nicole Good have voided their liberties the moment they decided they were above the law and the popular opinion. I'm just going to stop right there. You have the legal right to go anywhere you want on a public street. If you are driving on a public street and you are following the traffic laws, you are allowed to drive anywhere you want. And similarly, hey, you are allowed to film in public places. You are allowed specifically to film law enforcement. This is not putting yourself above the law to do these things. And let's be very clear here. ICE's activities are not popular. They are simply not popular. To describe them this way is to reveal that you live in a delusion. It is, has, and always will be the mandate of our brave public servants, domestic and abroad, to fell the enemies of the United States of America. Illini Republicans wholeheartedly and absolutely stands with ICE, CBP, and may God bless all fighting for a better tomorrow. We stand for the enforcement of the law. We stand for the protection of our nation and its people. We stand for its enemies and all that would align themselves with foreign invaders. And I just want to point out there, if you actually stood with the law, you would be in favor of this thing that is mandated by our law for every U.S. citizen, which is called due process. Agents of the law cannot summarily execute people on the street. You cannot simply say it was a legal move to hold a man down and put 10 bullets in his bag. That is not, in fact, legal. You cannot argue that you stand in the name of law and order while supporting those actions from a group of lawless masked thugs. You cannot say you support law when you are standing for agents who, while masked, gave conflicting orders to a woman who just dropped her kids off at school and then shot her in the face when she attempted to comply. These are the college Republicans of the University of Illinois. Okay, I don't know what to tell you guys. You guys keep asking me. Illini, it's just the name of the group. Illini Republicans. They're the college Republicans of the University of Illinois. Please stop asking me. You guys have asked me like 100 times. I've told you what I can. Illinois Nazis. I hate these guys. Exactly. And again, their original post contained this image where they are obviously saying it was good and just for ICE to execute an American citizen convicted of no crime. Blues Brothers reference, yes. Yes, you got it. In a written response to questions from the Daily, Illinois Republicans declined to comment on whether they were saying Good and Preddy deserved to be killed, which you don't need to ask them if they meant that. That's what they said. They have an image of ICE executing Alex Preddy with an American flag behind it because they think it's good. They think it's good. The extremity simply mirrors how much we stand with ICE. The group wrote in response to a question about why they would post something so extreme. We support ICE in its mission to deport people who are not legally supposed to be in the country. In regard to a question about whether the stylized graphic of an officer holding a gun to someone's head, let's be clear, that's not someone, that's Alex Preddy. We've all seen the image. We've all seen Alex Preddy. It's just simply an unconscionable thing to write and be in favor of. Like, I don't have the words adequate for it other than these people need to be like the organization these people are part of needs to be ended. You know? Do you think it was AI generated? What? Do I think their post was AI generated? Maybe. Like, I wouldn't surprise me if the stylization was put over an existing image. I mean, it's very clear exactly where they got their inspiration. They took a still frame of the execution of this man and made a post saying that it was good and just. That's not a real photo. I know that's not that's why the original frame of the video is on the right side of the screen. The left one is clarified with AI tech. The right one is the actual still frame. The one on the right is from the video of his execution. And it's just like I'm so mad. Like I've been holding off on talking about this story for like the last week and a half because this infuriates me. Maybe they've never seen the video. I'm sorry, everyone's seen the video. The idea that they never saw the video and were just like super gung-ho about a guy being executed. Nah, all these Republicans fetishize like violence enacted by the state. Like, I'm sorry. Like, each and every one of these little chuckle fucks in the college Republicans watch that video and like masturbated to it because they think it's good. It's so fucking gross. Organizations like the Republican Party should be banned. Should be abolished. Because this is fucking gross. It's so fucking gross. Democrats are the party of violence? I don't know, man. I'm looking at a still frame here that indicates that maybe Democrats aren't the party of violence when we got masked armed guys sent by the federal government killing people in our streets in my city. I don't know, man. Maybe Democrats aren't the party of violence when, 100,000 Minnesotans can march peacefully in the streets, but a couple thousand ICE guys keep killing people in the same city. It's weird. The Illinois Republicans stated there is no labeling in the graphic and there's no identifying features. In short, people are going to take away whatever they want, but reasonably, this graphic does not glorify nor valorize any incident because it lacks any reasonable connection. Just, again, going to throw this on screen and this on screen. This on screen and this on screen. It lacks any reasonable connection, huh? Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm sorry, there's no coming back from this. There's no rehabilitation of the Republican Party after this. There's no alliance possible. There's no, peacemaking possible with these people. What needs to happen is the Republican Party should be abolished, salt the ideological earth underneath it, and then, like, if those folks continue to be politically active, let them go to whatever conservative party emerges out of the conservative wing of the Democratic Party. Okay? Like, that's what needs to happen. Let the GOP be abolished and let conservative Dems go their own way. If it lacks connection, why use it? Because they're lying. Like, they're just lying. They're lying to cover their asses from any kind of legal accountability. It's so gross. Luckily, the university is, referring some things for investigation, but we'll see. We'll see if anything comes of it. But so far, the university has basically just said, "We don't stand for hate, and we want we want our university to be a positive space, in the world." And like the end, like that's it. Genuine question. What do you mean by abolish? Like legally? Yeah, I mean like legally it should be abolished. Legally it should be de-legitimized. Like the weaponization of the GOP has directly led to an ongoing effort to kill people on the left. Like, I'm sorry, they didn't send masked armed men into the streets of my city in order to, like, be good chums. They did it to, like, terrorize us, and they haven't stopped. Like, ICE is still here. They're still terrorizing folks, and we'll talk more about this in a little bit here, but, like, they're doing that everywhere they're going. They're doing it everywhere they're going. and it's reaching just like absolutely insane levels. All that being said, let me know what you think. Should the GOP be abolished? Am I overstepping a little bit in response to absolutely heinous action? I'd love I'd love your input. Subscribe, follow, etc. Can you explain to me how ICE start to operate in European countries? I imagine ICE might start in like genuinely, I have no idea. Maybe on any kind of American grounds, like American soil and like embassies and such. But other than that, I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. And folks, we got to get organized. We got to get organized, not just so we can beat Republicans, not just so we can make the world a better place, but also so that we can keep one another safe. Because ICE is going to expand. By the end of this year, ICE is going to be every fucking where, all right? And y'all got to be organized in your local community so you can keep one another safe, okay? Got to do it. Got to do it. Join your local Dems, join your local DSA. If you need help figuring out how to do that, how to navigate that, join our Discord, reach out to Dragonfly to connect with your local Dems, reach out to GamerG to connect with your local DSA. We got a strong and growing community of folks who have done both. Check it out. Get involved. It's easier than you think. 95% of the work is just showing the fuck up to meetings. So, all that being said, let's keep on going.
Riverboat Jack is coming to town. All the viewers gather around. Twitch and YouTube are switching streams. All that content is bursting the seams. Politics, being plenty more. Your sense of fashion